Hello, everyone. My name is Eric Goldstein, and I'm excited to talk to you about Greasy Green Recycling Company, or GGR for short. But first, I want to talk to you a little about myself. So, I received my undergraduate degree from the University of South Carolina, and I majored in international business as well as global supply chain operations management there. Also, during my career, I've spent time working with a number of industrial manufacturing companies such as Bosch Rexroth and Jameson LLC. I've also spent time working in the energy sector for companies such as GE, Barber Wind Turbines, as well as Westinghouse Electric. But most recently, I've worked in the healthcare industry for Abbott Diagnostics and its parent company, Abbott Laboratories. I'm also currently pursuing an MBA with a concentration in finance from Washington State University. So, what is the value proposition of GGR? Well, city sewers are damaged by a buildup of fats, oils, and grease because the main method of disposal is to pour these substances down the drain. And cooking oil is the largest contributor to this problem because it hardens inside of pipes, which then constricts water flow. And constricted pipes lead to sewer backups, which result in property damage and neighborhood flooding. We can see by this graphic here how fats and oils are poured down the drain and they completely clog the pipes. So, what does this lead to? A study done by the city of San Francisco found that grease-clogged sewer pipes cost the city over $3.5 million each year to clean out. This is something that is unopposed in most areas of the U.S. The solution is GGR, a company that provides grease recycling services to the public. Grease recycling solves the problem by collecting fats, oils, and grease, usually from restaurants, and preventing them from ever being introduced into city sewers. GGR will then take this waste and turn it into three products for sale: biodiesel, which is the primary product, as well as fertilizer and water, which are byproducts. And this biodiesel produced by GGR is a clean and efficient energy source that can be used for powering vehicles, generating electricity, and providing heat. And we can see here from the process, the restaurant has a grease trap which is then collected by GGR. We filter it, and that filtration process can produce biodiesel, which can ultimately be used for purposes such as transportation. You may be asking yourself if there is even a market for a company like GGR. The answer is a resounding yes. With an estimated market size of almost $2 billion and less than 400 companies in the US, there is ample opportunity for success. Furthermore, 60% of the market is dominated by small players. This means that companies with a local presence can have a greater level of success than those with a national presence. With projected annual industry growth of 3%, the opportunity for GGR is only getting larger in the future. We can see that by the revenue growth here. An important factor in this segment is the relatively low capital intensity compared to other industries. This is important because it makes it easier for startups like GGR to begin operations. Lastly, since 2005, the U.S. government has supported domestic biodiesel production through the Energy Policy Act. This act includes federal tax incentives that contribute to the potential profitability of companies such as GGR. By far, the largest market for cooking oil recycling and its products is biodiesel manufacturing, which we can see here in the 70%. When thinking about the target market for GGR, I want you to think of Bob. And this is Bob. Bob is the owner of a restaurant in Wisconsin. Bob cares about the environment but is mostly focused on improving his business's profitability and efficiency. Bob is tired of having to make his employees clean and dispose of waste from his restaurant's grease traps. Bob is even more tired of the local government complaining his restaurant's grease is destroying the city's sewer system. That's why Bob works with GGR to handle the removal of grease, and this saves Bob time, money, and hardship. But then, once GGR collects this grease, Jake comes into play. So I want you to meet Jake. He's the procurement manager for SunPower Biodiesel. SunPower Biodiesel is one of the larger biodiesel distributors in Wisconsin. And they focus on the sale of renewable energy for vehicular purposes. Jake is constantly looking to get the best and lowest priced biodiesel for his company, but he has to compete with 12 other biodiesel distributors. To make matters worse, there's only 2 biodiesel producers in the state of Wisconsin. So this means Jake and his competition have to pay higher prices to procure biodiesel from other states, which costs more due to transportation. And that's why Jake works with GGR, which is a local biodiesel producer who helps him with a new source of affordable biodiesel to sell his customers. By being a local provider, we can reduce transportation costs and pass that along to customers. And we can see here how Wisconsin has very few producers and very few producers. Biodiesel is a specific product for a niche market. And the primary goal of GGR's marketing strategy is to build awareness of the GGR brand and value proposition. Raising awareness amongst the public will drive customers and potential suppliers to the company website. However, GGR understands that in a niche market, we have to make personal assistance a must. This is why we have a sales staff, and the sales staff will be responsible for effectively and proactively working with customers to encourage revenue growth. GGR also will have digital advertising. This includes organic search engine traffic, search engine advertising, and social media. Specifically, offline marketing activities such as partnering with local restaurants will be hyped and displayed on social media to create a loyal stakeholder base. These activities tie to GGR's networking, and GGR has a supplier partnership program where it certifies the restaurants, as we can see here. And through this program, these restaurants are certified as green locations, and that encourages customer traffic for its key partners. These local partnerships also help with GGR getting its message and value proposition to the public, as people will see the logo and certification in the restaurants they visit. What this eventually leads to is sales, and you can see an example customer order here. And we see Flood Oil Company buying B20, which is a type of biodiesel, at 300 gallons of volume with a purchase price of $2.46 and a production cost of $2, so a revenue of $738 and a profit of $138 on that sale. Lastly, we have GGR's 5 points of purpose. So number 1, helping to dispose of waste from restaurants. Number 2, filling the need for greater biodiesel supply in Wisconsin. Number 3, saving money for local governments by removing a leading cause of damaged sewer systems. 4, provide environmentally friendly energy to a market dominated by pollutant-producing energy. And finally, 5, partner with stakeholders to motivate, inform, and aid them in achieving their goals of cost security and environmental stewardship. In regards to our operations, you will see a figure in the bottom left. This is an example of a brown grease refinery. The collected grease is heated to approximately 165 to 185 Fahrenheit. This causes separation between grease that will turn into biodiesel and other materials. The other materials fall to the bottom of the cone bottom tank. These materials are removed and the remaining grease is reheated and refined until reaching the appropriate grade for commercial use or sale. We plan to do this at our facility in the upper left-hand corner. Lastly, you will see our timeline in the bottom right. We plan on securing funding over the next 2 months, and beginning operations by the end of this year. Our management team includes myself as the CEO. We also have Rob Leonardo as our sales manager. Rob's experience includes 6 years of management consulting and 7 years of sales experience. He holds degrees in business administration and information science. Robert also has experience in branding and marketing and will be a big part of GGR's marketing team. Ryan Rubin will be our lead engineer at GGR. Ryan holds degrees in biological engineering as well as 6 years of practical work experience in the electrical engineering field. He also has a lot of experience with community outreach, which will help us in terms of our marketing and plan. And this includes Ryan's work with the Raleigh Interfaith Alliance, as well as the fact that he advises the Alpha Epsilon Pi fraternity at the University of South Carolina. You'll see on the right here our org chart. You'll find that we have yet to fill the role of CFO. We are open to suggestions on the future candidates for that position based on our future investors. So ultimately, what does this lead to? GGR is seeking approximately $399,500 of investment, and that's in exchange for 49.9% equity in the company. The investment will be coupled with the CEO's $401,025 investment and used to sustain operations during the first 2 calendar years. The table here summarizes the utilization of funds, including things such as salaries and wages for the company's employees. The investor will receive 49.9% share in the venture. In return, they can expect a corresponding share of the profits when they begin to be generated. Currently, this is estimated just at the very end of year 2, with most of it beginning in year 3. The estimated annualized ROI can be seen in the bottom right-hand corner. So you'll see that over a 5-year investment length at the invested amount requested of $399,500, there's an estimated return of just over 1.4, so that's a gain of just below $1.1 million with an ROI of 266%, annualized out over that 5 years. It's just below 30% at 29.68%. So this is a really, really great investment opportunity for someone out there to partner with us and get a really big return on your money. So I want to thank you for your time today, and I hope that you will choose to partner with GGR as we take these exciting first steps to change the world through clean energy. On a second note, I want to thank everybody from the Washington State online MBA program for helping me get to this point. I want to thank all of my classmates and wish them good luck on their own presentations. Hopefully we'll be able to finish this soon and get a few letters after our name. Good luck, everybody.